What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel, and welcome back to another episode of Draco's Journey to Master Ball Reviews. Rental teams are teams that I've created to reach the Master Ball tier. I'm Draco, and in this one, we are going to use a Draco creation. It is a team featuring Copperajah on it. That's the team on the screen. It's something that I came up with. Fair warning, it is 100% a hard Trick Room team. I actually enjoy using hard Trick Room teams. It's one of my favorite ways to play. If you do not get Trick Room set up, your challenge is going to be to win the battle, period. But if you do get Trick Room set up, chances are you're gonna win the battle. So this is the team. I'll have a full breakdown of the team at the end of the video and the rental code as well. And if you are a fan of Copperajah or enjoy Copperajah at all, hit the like button. If you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button. And I will see you in the battles. Alrighty. We got ourselves a battle. So they have a Scizor, Togekiss, Indeedee, Naganadel, I think is that thing's name, Xerneas, and an Umbreon. Okay. So like I said, it's hard Trick Room. We go Mimikyu, Incineroar. So the way the team really works is you lead Mimikyu with either Incineroar or Amoonguss. I think we're going to lead like this. And Copperajah. And Clayrex. We'll leave Palkia at home just because of Xerneas. Yeah. Let's run it. Yeah, this is something I came up with. I really was like a couple weeks ago. I wanted to use something different in a Trick Room and build a really hard Trick Room team. And I accomplished the really hard part. Copperajah can be really hard to use. I don't know if that's Naganadel. I don't know who that is. I mean, I've never... Honestly, I don't think I've ever faced that thing. So... we'll probably fake out the Xerneas and hit the Trick Room button. Because if they hit Incineroar, Incineroar is holding an eject button, so we get a free switch in. But we couldn't let that Xerneas get the Geomancy up, and then we're just in a Trick Room. But that's okay. Because then they can get late game, Geomancy, Heat Wave, good double attack. That's a good way to try and deal with Trick Room. That does mean Incineroar is going to bounce out of here. Eject button. So now we can bring in Copperajah, or we can bring in Clayrex. I'm going to go Copperajah because it's a Copperajah video. That's why. Alright, so then we could, that's the next turn after the Trick Room is set up. We obviously are going to max Copperajah. Ugh, my ear itches. You ever get a weird ear itch that just itches? Alright, so we could Will-O-Wisp. Or we could Will-O-Wisp this spot. Okay. So let's G-Max Steel Surge the Xerneas spot. Because this, it's Copperajah's max move. And what it does is it sets like a Steel Spike. So there will be residual damage that happens when they switch in, just like how spikes work, stealth rocks, stuff like that. So it's such a funny G-Max. It's just a big giant trunk, essentially. I think they're maxing the purple thing. Yeah. That's okay. I don't know who that is. I want to say it's Nagana, but I could be wrong. So Max Steel Surge comes through? Because I don't think that's in the right, like, our language. Or my language, I should say. That's the our language. I speak English. In English. I don't know if that's English. I could be totally wrong. Yeah, that's Naganadel. So they heat waved? Okay. Indeedee comes out. Psychic Surge. So now we can't burn, right? Their defense, psychic defense goes up. Okay. So I mean, do we bring, we could, let's see, because they're gonna max, they're gonna, all right. Yeah, so we'll switch and we'll max Quake this. They could follow me, which if they do, that's fine. We still get a special defense boost. Alright, so Clayrex comes out on nerve, so berries and all that stuff happens. We don't have berries though. They do hit the follow me button, which is totally fine. Max Quake. Into the Indeedee. It doesn't remove the Indeedee, but that's okay. So we get a special defense boost on our Clayrex and our Copperajah. Max Flare again. Into Copperajah. In the sun, but we did get a defense boost, and we are vested too, by the way. So. Okay. So with this. Let's see, what do they got in the back? I mean, who's it in the back? Probably Scizor. We can max Overgrowth just to set the terrain. Let's see, 49. 31. So Copperajah is going to go first. Oh, they got a Quick Claw. How does that work under Trick Room? Is it a Quick Claw that went off? Yeah, Max Flare. Okay, so they flare first. We should still take it. Yeah. And then this is going to be a single targeted Glacier Lance that's going to end up happening. Right now. Into the Naganadel. Alright. So Glacier Lance comes through. Huge damage. One hit KO. Oh, wow. That was crazy. Huge. Huge one hit KO. That was a one hit KO on a G-Max. Now we're +1. We're not, that wasn't even weakness policy or anything. That was just, I'm gonna kill you. Wow. Clayrex is honestly the best Pokemon in Trick Room. I really think so. It's hard to argue that he's not. Clayrex Ice, anyways. It's hard to argue that he's not. Alright. So our Dynamax is over. And the sun's up. So we will last turn a Trick Room. And that was in the sun too. That Glacier Lance was in the sun too. Do that and a Heat Crash. And we're heavy metal, so our Heat Crash does more damage. We'll probably just see it cancel. No, Bullet Punch. Clayrex was protected by their own terrain. It's hard to remember all that stuff. Copperajah picks up the final KO, and the victory goes to us. GG to my opponent. It was good to see Nagata, though. I'm not going to lie. I've never, honestly, I don't think I've ever faced it. Maybe in singles. It was cool to see it. But yeah, that Glacier Lance just said, nah, Nagata, that ain't happening. But yeah, GG's to my opponent, and we will get into another one. All right. They have a Ferrothorn. They have a Dragapult, a Groudon, a Lapras, a Clayrex, and a Charizard. Okay. So we can lead. I mean, we can just go Mimikyu, Incineroar, Clayrex, Copperajah. Yeah. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's see. I think we're just gonna run that and see what happens here. They're still deciding. So if they lead with Ferrothorn and... Okay, never mind. I thought they were going to time out. They were close to timing out. So let's say if they lead with Ferrothorn and Dragapult, we know they're timed out. But they didn't. Alright. Let's see what we can do here with this Copperajah. This thing, it's not easy to use. You definitely got to know when to bring it and when not to bring it. I, on the other hand, just bring it every battle because that's just how I play. Alright, what do we got here? We got a Lapras... And we got a Clayrex Ice Rider. Okay. The problem here is they could max and get a Renaissance up right away. And then they could Icicle Crash, or not Icicle, or Icicle Sphere. So this could be really hard to get Trick Room up. Let's fake out the Clayrex. Like, yeah. I'm thinking they're gonna max the Lapras here. I mean, that's a good start, right? Like, cause then you can get your Renaissance up. Yeah. Okay. So they max Lapras. I mean, do they go after Mimikyu? That's the wise choice, is to go after Mimikyu. So we'll fake out the Clayrex. G-Max Renaissance. Into Mimikyu. Alright, so now they're strong against, what, special moves or super effective moves or whatever it is. Trick Room. Alright. It would be really cool to get a Will-O-Wisp off on this. And a parting shot off on that. That would be legit. So we got Clayrex and Copperajah in the back. Let's try that. They're probably going to drop a Icicle, a Smart Strike. Oh, what? Great. Smart Strike, but it didn't kill. And they go Geyser onto Incineroar. Into Mimikyu. Oh, wow. They just wanted to get rid of Mimikyu. Okay. Parting shot comes off. Cyberus is a special attacker, right? Well, it could be either way. So I guess we'll bring in Rajah, Copperajah. And I mean, we could bring in Incineroar here. But then if we get hit with Incineroar, eject button could take us right back out. But it does put an Intimidate onto that Clayrex. And I'm assuming that thing is special attacker because like it just makes sense. Alright. So we can fake out. I mean, we could just max and set the G-Max Steel Surge here. Or we can even just max Flare to change the weather. Let's do it. Change the weather, and then because they could try and like go back with it or something. I don't know. Alright. So we'll max Copperajah. Copperajah comes up. Big giant elephant. Alright. Too bad you can't see his nickname. I did nickname him Dumbo just to be funny, but you can't see his nickname in the ranked because, you know, you just can't. Max Flare, it's in the sun, but still. It did absolutely no damage, but it changes this weather. And we'll find out their weakness policy. They are not weakness policy. So Geyser. I just wanted to soften the blow of this Geyser into Incineroar. Alright, perfect. And a critical hit. Yeah, luckily we changed the weather then because we would have 100% lost Incineroar there. Eject button goes out. Now we bring in our Clayrex. Alright. So their max is over. Let's see here. 2 turns of Trick Room, 4 turns of Rain, 2 turns of Aurora Bear left, 2 turns of Trick Room for, yeah. Okay. So, I mean, we could. So we could high horsepower into this spot. And G-Max Overgrowth. I clicked that a little fast. I should have thought for another second. I had 13 seconds left to think. I could have thought for 2 more seconds. So they withdraw the Clayrex. Okay. And they send in that thing, the Ghost of Doom. Dragapult. Okay. Alright. High horsepower. Unfortunately, it does not pick up the KO. They use Attract. What? What? Attract? That's crazy. Okay. Glacier Lance. And Max Steel Surge thing. Attract. That's crazy. Lapras with Attract. That could stop him from attacking, but we'll attack the male spot, not the female spot. Attract. Wow, I'm actually kind of mind blown there about that Attract. Okay. Clayrex. Withdraw. They're getting Steel Surged to their face. Oh no. Come on, we're immobilized by love. What kind of nonsense is that? Man. Thunderbolt. Into Clayrex. Okay. Immobilized by love. That's crazy. That's nonsense. Alright. Okay, so we can high horsepower here, and we can switch in the Incineroar to get an Intimidate off. Oh, I shouldn't have done that. I should have thought for a second. There's me clicking too fast. I'm rushing here. I need to slow down for a second. Because what I'm trying to say is they can predict us Trick Rooming and try and Trick Room our Trick Room. Alright, Incineroar. This late game's going to be interesting. They Thunderbolt into Clayrex. And they Smart Strike into Clayrex. So we should have Trick Roomed. But that's okay, we can Trick Room now. Weakness policy, boys. Okay. Lapras goes down. Okay, so now we're +3 on Clayrex. That's great, guys. That's really good, actually, for us. Okay, so we Fake Out. Let's see. Who's their next Pokemon? They have 2 more. So we're even on the count. Okay, so Dragapult. So we have to Fake Out Dragapult. So we Trick Room here. Or not, let me try that again, sorry. We cannot Fake Out Dragapult, so we will Fake Out that spot. The Clayrex. I mean, they can switch, but it doesn't matter. We're faking out that spot regardless, and we're Trick Rooming. I think that's an easy play here for us. The little Rotom drone. Just checking out. Yo, guys, this is an intense battle. What's going on here? Alright, Fake Out comes through. Oh, we ain't Sucker Punching. We Trick Rooming. So they have Sucker Punch. That's good to know. But I don't think it takes us out. I mean, I'd be shocked if it did. I mean, a Glacier Lance feels real good here. And throw chop that spot. Sucker Punch, I think we live. I really do. It did a lot of damage. Okay, so our Glacier Lance goes off first. I'll be shocked if that thing lives, unless it's sashed. As in focus sashed. Yeah. And our Throat Chop goes into the Clayrex, who I think we've already confirmed is not weakness policy. +5. Jeez. Smart Strike into Clayrex. Clayrex still didn't die. Clayrex is like, nah, dude. So that does not take it out, but that's okay. It should go down this turn. Yeah, I don't see us. Oh, that's why they kept living, because of the Aurora Veil. The Throat Chop probably would have took out if it wasn't for the Aurora Veil. Okay. This is the Trick Room Curse, is what I call it. And what I mean by that is long battles. We're at 15 minutes already. What battle? So Aurora Veil's gone. We have Trick Room. And we're +4. Okay. Glacier Lance. And Flare Blitz that spot. Although we could lose both Pokemon here, essentially, if we don't take out the Groudon. But we're +4 on the Clayrex. So I would not see that living. We could have even protected, sent the fire move into the Clayrex, but then we could have risked being hit by a Blades and losing the Incin. So we don't want to misplay. That's not something we want to do. So Glacier Lance will come off through here. And we'll see if it picks up the cleanup KO. And it does. GG's to my opponent for sure. That was a really good one. We were able to get Trick Room up twice. So that, I think that is what allowed us to pick up the victory in the end. Was getting the Trick Room up twice. So yeah, GG's to my opponent. That was a really, really good match. And we'll get into another one. Alrighty. This is a really interesting team they got here. Yeah. Really interesting, actually. So we can go Mimikyu. I mean, we could go Mimikyu Incineroar here. Or we could even go Mimikyu Clayrex, Mimikyu Copperajah, Mimikyu Palkia. I'm just probably gonna leave that thing. Let's see, Mimikyu, Incineroar, Copperajah. And Clayrex is good. Let's do it. This is going to be the last battle of the video, for sure. Usually I will feature a team twice. Especially a team that I made, but I'm not going to be featuring this team twice. If I do feature it again, it'll be a redesign of the team. The problem is this. It's not the team isn't fun or good or anything like that. It's just the average battle length has been over 15 minutes with this team. So it's become what I'm saying is it's very time consuming for me to get battles because I only have a certain amount of time per day to record. And then I have to do other things, you know, clean and take care of children and stuff. So, yeah, this is just going to be, there's only going to be one feature. And I'll go over that at the end of the video more and stuff like that. But, okay, so I mean, we could Trick Room. They could Trick Room. They could max the whale, double up into the whale. Would they really have a Trick Room user there like that though? Or wouldn't you put Tailwind on there? Would you run Tailwind and Trick Room? I mean, that's legit. Let's fake out the whale. They could go for Taunt or Mental Herb, so I'm okay with that. Tailwind. That's beautiful. Trick Room. Okay, so let's protect here. Palkia would have been a good switch in here. I kind of want to... I know it's not very effective, but it does damage to it. I Flare Blitz that spot. I'm sacking Incin, which is not very polite to do. The Helping Hand. There's no need to Helping Hand there. You're not killing the Mimikyu. Flare Blitz. I just wanted to do damage. Water Spout. Okay. So the Water Spout comes out. We'll lose Incineroar. Like, there was no doubt that wasn't going to happen. Which, for late game, is unfortunate. But we can bring in Copperajah, and since this is going to be the last battle with the team, we could max it. We could. We could Shadow Sneak that spot. And max Overgrowth this spot. What do they have in the back? Okay. Okay, I mean, I think that's okay. They could switch into the whale or the Rillaboom to take it, but we'll try it. We'll try it first, and if that doesn't work, we'll switch to something different. Maybe Max Flare to turn the rain off. We could have done that too. We could have Max Flared into the Mimikyu spot. Shadow Sneak. I'm Shadow Sneaking to break Sash. That's what I'm doing. Yeah, this team has been really hard to get good content with because they're maxing the whale because of the length it takes for the battles to accomplish. Win, lose, or draw, most of these battles have been over 10 minutes. Most of them have honestly been over 15. So, and that's when I hit the 15-minute mark, that's when I really start contemplating whether or not it's going to actually make the video. So we get the Shadow Sneak off. They got an eject button, guys. That was good. We got rid of the eject button. We could have totally been just not good with that. Okay. Zacian comes out. Oof. Copperajah loves to use Zacians for breakfast. Max Overgrowth into the whale, and it already had damage done to it, so it could very well take it out. It did not. It was close, but it did not. Okay. Max guys are probably into us into us, obviously, into Copperajah. Huge damage, guys. Was that Life Orb? It sure was Life Orb. Let's try and drop a Will-O-Wisp here. This is a dumb play. But I want to change the weather. They could max guard. They could protect Zacian. But we have Clayrex in the back. That's unfortunate it didn't take it out. When it's not max, it definitely does take it out. Oh, that's what I was afraid of. That's what I was afraid of. Will-O-Wisp into Zacian. That's a good Will-O-Wisp. Max Geyser. So they just changed it right back. That was a complete waste of a turn for us. They went into Mimikyu. Guys, they went into Mimikyu. Okay. Our disguise is broken. Alright, hold on. Let's see what this Zacian does. And they lose their whale. Okay. They lost. I mean, it's okay. Alright, let's see. Let's see. Go into Mimikyu. Go into Mimikyu. Go into Mimikyu. Do it. It's such a juicy fairy Pokemon for your steel move. Copperajah lives. The burn was clutch. The burn was clutch, guys. Okay. Tailwind's gone for them. So I think we have 2 more turns of Trick Room. Boom, boom. Okay. Will-O-Wisp that. And we try and drop a Quake on Zacian. They could Grassy Glide. Yeah. Does it kill? It sure does. So we could have protected. It didn't matter. I mean, Grassy Glide was going to take us out anyways, regardless of the fact. Will-O-Wisp into you. So now we probably lose Mimikyu as well. Blades. Alright. And then the burn, right? Takes it out. Does some damage. Does some damage. There we go. Ah, no. Okay. Let's try for it. I mean, they're both burned. I don't know. I don't know. I should have switched in Clayrex a few turns ago. Grassy Glide, of course. Yeah, that's gonna kill us now. I just don't see it. I mean, we're bulky, but... Oh, wow, guys. And that's our sash, our weakness policy. Trick Room goes off. Okay. But we lose the Grassy Glide. Ugh. I really think we lose the Grassy Glide. Let me see something here. Okay. Protect here, right? Let's think about this. We have 36 seconds. We have 4 turns of Trick Room left. 1 turn of Grassy Terrain. If they're smart, they switch. But we protect here. Because we want our health. Okay. Grassy Glide. Quick Attack. Yo, Quick Attack Zacian. That's what's up. Okay. Quick Attack Zacian, guys. That's legit. See, I was telling you these Trick Room battles take over 10 minutes. We're at 12 minutes right now. 12 minutes. Okay, so the train's gone. They could switch. Who's their back Pokemon gonna be? It's Whimsicott. Okay, it is Whimsicott. Let's hit the Glacier Lance. We're +2. Quick Attack Zacian says, yo, we're gonna do some damage to you. Glacier Lance comes out. It should definitely take out the Rillaboom. Okay. Okay. Rillaboom's down. +3. Rain stopped. Burn. Now the burns are hurting it. That's good. Okay. Now... let's see here. Mimikyu, and we did... or not Mimikyu, I'm sorry. That's Whimsicott. We did break the Sash with the Mimikyu. +3 on the attack. They're +1, but they are burned, so they're +0. 2 turns of Trick Room. Let's send it. It's gotta take it out. I mean, it did that much damage last turn. Zacian protects. Okay. Not a big deal. Glacier Lance. They're gonna try and just get protects after protects here. Okay. Let's see. Let's look at the turn count. Burn comes through. We have 2 more turns of Trick Room here, right? 1 more turn of Trick Room. If they get a double protect, we lose. Let's see what happens here. Glacier Lance. Okay, they didn't even go for protect, fam. Oh, okay. Their out was definitely go for a double protect. We pick up the victory. Wow. That was a good one. Their out was definitely a double protect. If they would have got a double protect, our Trick Room would have ended, and we wouldn't have been able to get it back up health-wise. Just wouldn't have happened health-wise. It just would not have worked. But yeah, GG's to my opponent. That was a really good battle. They fought really hard, actually. At no point did I think I actually had that battle won. Like, sometimes you're like, yeah, I got this. And at no point I actually was, like, I was not like, yeah, I got it. But yeah, that's actually going to wrap up the video. So let me jump over and grab the rental code for you guys. 1 second. Alrighty, DK Universe, here it is, the rental team for today's video. Like I said, I usually do 2 features, but it took entirely too long for me to record with this team to get good enough battles that I wanted to put in the video. Most of the battles were actually around the 20-minute mark, so you figured 3 battles in the video, that's, you know, over an hour worth of battles. But it's not, I hope it wasn't too long. I haven't obviously checked anything yet. But as far as the team, the reason why, you're probably like, Draco, why'd you make a Copperajah team? You know, that's a weird Pokemon to use, and you would be right. it's also a hard Pokemon to use. Defense and special defense wise is in the tank, in the toilet, in the dumps. It's terrible. Copperajah's base defense is here. I have the Pokepaste right in front of me. I'll tell you, it's got a base defense of 69 and a special defense of 69. Now I do have some investment. I have 108 points put into the defense, and then I have 84 points put into the assault vest, into the special defense, and it's also holding the assault vest, as you can see. So I did my best, and I also got some attack, some HP points as well. I did my best to try and make it as physically tough and special defense wise as tough as possible, so you can take a couple of hits and keep on ticking, which I think I don't like to be like this. I think I kind of accomplished it. Obviously, the things like fire moves, it's just going to melt you and stuff like that. But when I was putting the team together and practicing the team out and theorizing the team and all that stuff, I was able to take some Behemoth Blades without defense drops, or attack drops, I should say, or burns on it. But as far as the rest of the Pokemon, it was like I wanted to put Copperajah on it, but then I needed the supporting cast to be able to pull its own weight and not make it like where this is solely your only option is Copperajah. So that's why I went with Clayrex Ice Rider. It has everything to do with the fact that it's the best Pokemon in the Trick Room, and nothing to do with the fact that it's the best Pokemon in the Trick Room. That's why Clayrex is on the team. It's Clayrex Ice Rider. It's legitimately the best Pokemon to use when you have Trick Room up. If you don't have Trick Room up, it's still a good Pokemon to use. It's just a really good... If you're going to have a Trick Room team, you might as well put Clayrex Ice on it in Series 12. If not, I feel like you're just losing out on, like, your absolute sweeper. We won the last battle because Clayrex. Now, they could have played for a double protect and tried to get it, but they didn't, and that was on them. We have the Incineroar with the eject button to try and give you a quick switch in after you get the Trick Room up. Amoonguss is just another thing to put on there. I barely ever brought it. It does have the power band. Note why the power band is on there. Unlike Iron Ball makes you way more. Or power band doesn't. That's the only reason why. But it does have the speed just like power band. So this Amoonguss is technically the slowest thing on the team. But if you were going to do it like... I don't know why you'd ever want to use this in a best of 3, because it doesn't have a fast mode on it. But if you're ever going to use this in something where you had where you fought someone more than once, best of 3 scenario, Amoonguss could come in clutch if you can get in the Trick Room setup and start throwing sleep powders around, or spore around, I should say. Palkia is on there for I needed something for a thunder user, electric user. I just needed some coverage, and Palkia was another Trick Room user that can set Trick Room and give me good coverage. Other than that, Mimikyu is just Mimikyu. It's a pretty standard Mimikyu set. I refuse to run Mimikyu without Mental Herb. I think it's nonsense not to have Mental Herb on Mimikyu. I think the Mental Herb almost guarantees you Trick Room, as long as you don't run into something crazy like miscalling your faking out a Dynamax user and getting double tapped. But other than that, that's Copperajah for you. I'm not gonna lie. I had a blast building the team. I always do have fun building these teams. I try and go as crazy as I can with them. Sometimes they turn out impossible to use, and sometimes they turn out kind of hard to use, like this one. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed the Copperajah, or you think Copperajah is just funny or cool to see, hit that like button. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. And don't forget to check out the DK Trading Facebook group. I'll have a link below for that. And until next time, just remember to take care of each other and take care of yourself. Peace.